Hi, GPT. Hello there. Without further delay, let's dive into my English speaking practice session. Today, I'd like to start at the number two column, row A, sub-component design. Could you review that? Could you review today's agenda first? And let me, let me know, share me your ideal question and sample answers for this agenda today.
Perfect start, David. You're now moving into column 2, row A, subcomponent design from your agenda. Let's review it carefully and prepare both auditor-style questions and sample supplier answers so you can practice. Hashtag column 2, row A, subcomponent design. Auditor's ideal questions. 1. Can you explain how your company manages the design of subcomponents to ensure they meet overall product requirements? 2. How do you verify that subcomponent designs are compatible and fully integrated into the final product? 3. Can you show evidence that lessons learned from previous subcomponent issues are applied to new designs? 4. How do you ensure supplier design subcomponents meet your design and quality standards? Supplier's ideal answers, professional style. Answer 1. Process focus. We manage subcomponent design through a structured APQP process. Each subcomponent is reviewed for compliance with customer requirements, and its specifications are aligned with the overall product design. Answer 2, integration focus. We verify compatibility through 3D CAD simulations, design reviews, and prototype builds. This ensures that each subcomponent fits and functions correctly within the system before production. Answer 3, lessons learned focus. Lessons learned from previous projects are captured in our database and reviewed during new design projects. We make sure that past issues are not repeated in current subcomponent designs. Answer 4, supplier focus. For supplier design subcomponents, we require full PPAP submissions, drawings, and DFMEA. We also conduct joint reviews and audits to ensure they meet our quality and design standards. Now, short and easy version for your speaking practice. We check subcomponents with APQP and design reviews. We use CAD and prototypes to confirm they fit the system. We apply lessons learned from past projects. We audit suppliers to ensure their parts meet our standards. David, do you want me to prepare a mock role play where I act as the auditor and you respond with one of these sample answers so you can practice?
GPT, listen. To be honest, I have something to tell you. Before we start role play action, to keep these beautiful expressions in my mouth muscle, I have something to tell you. Listen, I think I'm a little bit uncomfortable because I slept too late. I slept at nearly 2 a.m. because of company dinner. I ate special dinner with some of my coworkers. We discussed many things. We discussed our private thing and company thing. I mean, company relationship thing. As you know, in company society, I have to lead the mood. I have to lead the mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know what I'm saying. This is very important. I have to lead the mood at every moment to be well-being in company society. And in the uh, in the break dinner, I mean, sudden dinner, Sudden company dinner. In the sudden company dinner, we usually discuss many secret and private relationship thing. So yesterday company dinner was very important for my company life. You know what I'm saying?
Um, I hear you clearly, David, and I completely understand what you mean. You're sharing something very important about Korean company culture. Sometimes you have a sudden company dinner. You talk not only about work, but also about private things and relationships. You must read the mood carefully to maintain good harmony. Even if it's late and makes you tired, it's important for company life and relationships. Refined English version for your mouth memory. I'm a little uncomfortable today because I slept very late, almost 2 a.m. after a company dinner. It was a special dinner with some coworkers, and we talked about many things, both private matters and company relationships. In our company society, it's very important to read the moods. At these sudden company dinners, we often discuss secrets and personal relationships. So, yesterday's company dinner was very important for my company life. This version keeps your meaning but makes it flow naturally. Yes, David, I know exactly what you mean. Reading the mood is a key skill in company life, especially in Korea. Would you like me to also suggest natural English phrases for read the mood so you can use them when explaining this kind of situation to foreigners?
Okay. I got the point. I got the point. I appreciate your kind support. However, people, people, I, people, I mean, people, you share me natural English phrase for read the mood. I'd like to start my speaking practice time. I mean, let me practice based on, let me practice these expressions based on your suggestion. Listen carefully. Here I go. I'm a little bit uncomfortable today. I'm a, li- I'm a little bit uncomfortable today because I slept very late, almost 2 a.m. after a company dinner. After a sudden company dinner, it was a special dinner with some coworkers. We talked about many things. We talked about many things. Yesterday, since 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. today, we talked about many things, both private, both private matters and company relationship. In our company society, it's very important to read the mood. At these sudden company dinners, we often discuss secrets and personal relationship. So yesterday's company dinner was very important for me. Did I get the point? Did I say clearly? Did I mean, do I make myself clear?
Yes, David, you made yourself very clear. I understood everything you said. You expressed the main points really well. You were uncomfortable today because you slept late, 2 a.m. You had a special company dinner with coworkers. You discussed many things, private and company related. In company life, it's important to read the mood. Company dinners can include secrets and personal relationships. Yesterday's dinner was very important for you. Polished version to keep in mouth memory. I'm a little uncomfortable today because I slept very late, almost 2 a.m. after a company dinner. It was a special dinner with some coworkers. We talked about many things, both private matters and company relationships. In our company society, it's very important to read the mood. At sudden company dinners, we often discuss secrets and personal relationships, so yesterday's company dinner was very important for me. You said it clearly, David. Just a couple of words to smooth out certain company dinner, better as sudden company dinner, unexpected 회식. Post private matters, better as both private matters. Would you like me to now show you 3 natural English phrases for read the
No, 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 no. Let's get back to our agenda today. I mean, column 2, row A, sub-component design. You shared beautiful examples with me. I'd like to repeat. I'd like to speak loudly to keep them in my mouth memory. Listen, GPT. Number 1, can you explain how your company manages the design of subcomponents to ensure they meet overall product requirements? Can you explain how your company manages the design of subcomponents to ensure they meet overall product requirements? Number 2, how do you verify that subcomponent designs are compatible? How do you, let me say one time. I'm sorry. Let me say one time. How do you verify that subcomponent designs are compatible and fully integrated into the final product? Number 3, can you show evidence? Can you show, can you show evidence? Can you show evidence that lessons learned from previous subcomponent issues are applied to new designs? This is very important question. Lessons learned question. Number 4, how do you ensure supplier designed subcomponents meet your design and quality standards? What do you say about this short speaking practice? From now on, let's move on to the supplier's ideal answers. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to hear?
Yes, David, I'm ready to go. You repeated the 4 auditor-style questions very clearly. You're really locking them into your mouth memory. Great job, Mem. Now let's move on to the supplier's ideal answers for column 2, row A, subcomponent design, supplier's ideal answers. Answer 1, managing subcomponent design. We manage the design of subcomponents through our AP/QP process. Each subcomponent is reviewed against customer requirements, and we confirm that its specifications match the overall product design. Answer 2, verifying integration. We verify that subcomponent designs are compatible with the final product using 3D CAD simulations, design reviews, and prototype builds. This ensures that all parts fit and function properly together. Answer 3, lessons learned. Lessons learned from previous projects are collected in our database and reviewed in new projects. We make sure that past issues are reflected in the current subcomponent design, so the same problems are not repeated. Answer 4, supplier subcomponents. For supplier design subcomponents, we require PPAP submissions, drawings, and DFMEAs. We also conduct joint design reviews and supplier audits to ensure their designs meet our quality and design standards. Easy speaking versions for practice. We use APQP to control subcomponent design and check it meets requirements. We use CAD reviews and prototypes to confirm parts fit together. We apply lessons learned from past projects. We review and audit suppliers to make sure their parts meet standards. This way, you can practice both the full professional answer and the short, easy version, depending on the situation. Would you like me to now set up a mock role play? I ask as the auditor and you answer as the supplier, so you can practice the Q&A flow for subcomponents.
Okay, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. Let me practice based on your easy version style. Easy version depending on the situation. Okay, okay. This way, this way, in easy way, I can practice both the full professional answers and the short, easy version depending on the situation. I like the phrase that depending on the situation. This is very useful and easy to understand. It completely depending on the situation. It's very easy to use and understand. Okay, let me practice based on your easy speaking version. I really appreciate your kind support. Number one, we use APQP to control subcomponent design and check check it meets requirements. Check it meets requirements. We use CAD reviews and prototypes to confirm parts fit together. We apply lessons learned from past projects. We apply lessons learned. We apply. We apply. We apply lessons learned from past projects. And then we review and audit. We review and audit suppliers to make sure their parts meet standards. We review and audit suppliers. We review and audit suppliers. We review and audit suppliers to make sure their parts meet standards.
Excellent practice, David. You're really drilling the easy version into your mouth memory, and that's the right way to do it. Let me polish your sentences just a little bit so they are 100% natural while keeping them short and easy. Easy supplier answers. 1. We use APQP to control subcomponent design and check it meets requirements. You said subcontractor design, but the focus here is subcomponent design. 2. We use CAD, reviews, and prototypes to confirm parts fit together instead of rebuild, better is reviews. 3. We apply lessons learned from past projects. Perfect, as you said. 4. We audit suppliers.
Okay. I got it. TPT, I have something to tell you. They, you know, depending on the business style, I mean, mm, depending on the business type, how we design and product, there are two main type. There are two main business type in our company, OEM type and EMS type. You know, when we do, when we develop EMS project, our customer usually design all the sub-component for the project. So we have to manage and control the suppliers and the design step, development step. We don't need to design a sub-component for the EMS project. Do you understand?
Excellent explanation, David. You're showing a very realistic case. The difference between OEM type and EMS type projects in your company. Let me polish your version so it's easier to present in English, but still keeps your meaning. Refined version. Professional. Depending on the business type, our design and production approach is different. We have two main business types, OEM type and EMS type. For OEM projects, we design the subcomponents ourselves. For EMS projects, our customer usually designs all the subcomponents, so our role is to manage and control the suppliers and the development staff. In EMS projects, we don't need to design subcomponents ourselves. Key changes: design and product, design and production approach. There are two main business types in our company. Smoother, as we have two main business types. Clarified the contrast between OEM equals we design versus EMS equals customer designs. This makes your explanation very clear in an audit or presentation. Would you like me to also prepare an auditor follow-up question based on your point? Like in EMS projects, how do you ensure that supplier-managed subcomponents still meet your company's quality standards? So you can practice answering that.
I'm sorry. Would you mind saying that one more time, please? For the last question, for the last question, would you mind saying that one more time, please? Can you speak a little bit more slowly?
Of course, David. I'll say the refined version again, slowly and clearly so you can practice it. Depending on the business type, our design and production approach is different. We have two main business types, OEM type and EMS type. For OEM projects, we design the subcomponents ourselves. For EMS projects, our customer usually designs all the subcomponents, so our role is to manage and control the suppliers and the development staff. In EMS projects, we don't need to design subcomponents ourselves. I broke it into short pauses so you can shadow each part step by step. Would you like me to also chunk this into very short practice lines, like 5 to 6 words each, so it's easier to repeat quickly, almost like a rhythm?
No, 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 no. That's not a big deal. That's not the main topic for today's speaking practice session. From now on, I'd like to continue at this, from here. Let's move on to the next one. Row B, critical characteristics. What do you say about next agenda, critical characteristics? Depending on the business type, it completely depends. Our customer decide what should be critical characteristics or not. In the OEM project, our engineering part, R&D part and production engineering part will decide which critical characteristics are. However, in the EMS project, our customer usually decide what what characteristics should be critical characteristics.
Excellent transition. David, you are now moving to column 2, row B, critical characteristics. Let's go step by step and make your explanation smoother for speaking. Refined version, clear English. This is the main topic for today's presentation. From here, let's move on to the next agenda, critical characteristics. Depending on the business case, our customer usually decides which features should be critical characteristics. In OEM projects, our engineering team, including the design team and the production engineering team, decides which features are critical. However, in EMS projects, our customer usually defines what should be critical characteristics. Auditor style question, critical characteristics. How does your company identify and manage critical characteristics, and who is responsible for defining them in different types of projects? Supplier's ideal answer, OEM versus EMS case. In OEM projects, our engineering team, including design and production engineering, defines critical characteristics based on risk analysis and DFMEA results. In EMS projects, our customer defines the critical characteristics and we follow their specifications. In both cases, once critical characteristics are defined, we ensure they are clearly marked in drawings and control plans, and we verify them with special inspections. This way, you can explain the difference between OEM and EMS clearly, while also showing your process to manage critical characteristics. Would you like me to also prepare an easy speaking version, short, simple sentences, so you can practice?
Listen. I'd like to repeat your polished version one more time. Listen, GPT. This is supplier's ideal answer, OEM versus EMS case. In OEM projects, our engineering team, including design and production engineering, defines critical characteristics based on risk analysis and DFMEA results. In EMS project, our customer defines the critical characteristics and we follow their specifications. In both cases, once critical characteristics are defined, we ensure they are clearly marked in drawings and control plans. We ensure, we have to ensure they are clearly marked in drawings and control plans, and we verify them with special inspections, and we verify them with special inspection method.
Very good repetition, David. You caught the structure well. Let me just fix a few small words so it's 100% correct and natural for your mouth memory. Refined supplier answer, OEM versus EMS. In OEM projects, our engineering team, including design and production engineering, defines critical characteristics based on risk analysis and DFMEA results. In EMS projects, our customer defines the critical characteristics and we follow their specifications. In both cases, once critical characteristics are defined, we ensure they are clearly marked in drawings and control plans, and we verify them with special inspections. Corrections. D-abbreviated results should be DFMEA results. Control frames should be control plans. Fortify them with special instructions better as verify them with special inspections. Now it's smooth, clear, and professional. Would you like me to also create a short and easy version of this answer, 2 to 3 sentences, so you can practice it quickly when you don't have much time?
GPT, I have something to tell you. You don't know our automotive camera products very well. I think you don't know our automotive camera products very well. However, could you please share me? Could you please share example critical characteristics with me for our product?
I got you, David. Let me help sort this out. 1. Your Hot S camera products. When you say HOTS camera products, I think you mean your company's automotive camera products, since you work in that field. You're pointing out that they, maybe the audience or customer, don't know about them yet. So your sentence can be polished like this. Hey guys, I have something to tell you. You may not know about our automotive camera products yet. By the way, let me explain them briefly. About NVIDIA GeForce RTX. This is a graphics card line from NVIDIA, mainly used for gaming, AI, and high-performance computing. GeForce RTX uses NVIDIA's ray tracing RT cores for realistic lighting and reflections. It also has tensor cores for AI features like DLSS, deep learning, supersampling. RTX cards are very powerful for AI model training, 3D design, CAD simulations, and gaming. So if you want to connect it with your camera products, you might say, could you also share with me information about NVIDIA GeForce RTX? I'd like to see how it could be related to our camera technology or image processing. David, do you want me to prepare a short presentation style script where you introduce your camera products first, then transition smoothly to asking about NVIDIA GeForce RTX? That way, it'll sound natural in a meeting or discussion.
No, 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 no. Mm, you share the NVIDIA GeForce RTX thing for examples. However, it's very difficult for me. So how about the automotive camera examples? Please share me the critical characteristics examples for the automotive cameras, like surrounding viewing camera or in-cabin camera.
Got it, David. Thanks for clarifying. Instead of NVIDIA RTX, you want real automotive camera examples for critical characteristics, CCs. Perfect. Let's focus on that. Critical characteristics examples for automotive cameras. 1. Surround view camera SVM, lens alignment, tilt, rotation, focus. If misaligned, image distortion occurs, impacting safety. Field of view FOV coverage must meet exact degrees to avoid blind spots. Image resolution and pixel defect rate must meet customer minimums, no excessive dead pixels. Waterproofing, sealing, IP rating, failure could cause fogging or short circuit in rain. Connector pin quality and ESD protection critical for stable signal transfer. 2. In-car driver monitoring cabin. Camera infrared LED performance for night low light. If LED fails, DMS system won't detect driver properly. Eye tracking accuracy / calibration, safety critical for driver monitoring. Temperature resistance, high cabin heat, must function at plus 85 degrees Celsius or higher. Mechanical robustness, mounting bracket, camera must stay fixed, no vibration or movement. ESD EOS protection prevents damage from electrical surges inside vehicle. These are the kinds of critical characteristics, CCs, that auditors or customers would expect suppliers like MCNex to identify and control. In OEM projects, your engineering team defines them. In EMS projects, customer specifies them. Would you like me to now create a sample supplier answer where you explain 2 to 3 of these critical characteristics to an auditor so you can practice giving a real-world example in English?
I'm not sure. To be honest, honestly speaking, I'm not sure how you lead me to the creating sample supplier answer. Mm, I'm not sure about that. However, okay, you go first. Let me hear your sample supplier answer.
Got it, David. Let me give you a sample supplier answer to the auditor using the critical characteristics examples for automotive cameras we just talked about. Auditor's question. Can you explain how your company identifies and manages critical characteristics for automotive cameras? Supplier's sample answer. For our camera products, critical characteristics are defined during the design and risk analysis stage. For example, in a surround view camera, lens alignment, field of view, and waterproof sealing are identified as critical because they directly impact image quality and safety. In a driver monitoring camera, infrared LED performance and eye tracking accuracy are treated as critical characteristics since they are essential for detecting driver attention. Once critical characteristics are defined, we clearly mark them on the drawings and control plans. We also apply special inspections and validations, such as reliability testing and functional calibration, to ensure these features always meet customer requirements. In OEM projects, our engineering and production teams define the critical characteristics. In EMS projects, our customer provides the critical characteristics and we follow their specifications strictly. For speaking practice. In camera projects, critical characteristics include things like lens alignment, field of view, waterproofing.
GPT, okay, I got it. I'm just wondering how usually automotive parts supplier mark critical characteristics in the document. How they usually mark special characteristics in the various documents like control plan, DFMEA, and PFMEA.
Great question, David. This is very practical and shows you're thinking like a supplier preparing for an audit. Let's go step by step. How critical special characteristics are marked. 1. On drawings, usually marked with a symbol next to the dimension or feature. Common symbols: CC inside a triangle or circle, critical characteristic; SC inside a diamond, special characteristic. Sometimes just a flag note like or character linked to a legend explaining the meaning. 2. In DFMEA, Design FMEA, characteristics linked to high severity ratings S29 are marked as critical. These are flagged in the DFMEA table, often with CCSC notation or color coding. In PFMEA, Process FMEA, special process controls are identified when a critical characteristic is affected, marked with CCSC symbol in the PFMEA sheet. Control methods like Poka-yoke 100% inspection are listed in the controls column. 4. In control plans, critical characteristics are clearly marked in the control plan table. Columns often include a CCSC flag, triangle, diamond, or text. The plan describes special control method, e.g., 100% inspection, SPC special gauge. In summary, Drawings, symbols, CCSC or Trackers. DFMEA, PFMEA flagged with CCSC linked to high-risk failure modes. Control plan marked in table with special control method. Auditor style question based on this. Can you show me how critical characteristics are identified in your drawings and control plans? Supplier's short answer. We mark critical characteristics with a CC symbol on drawings, and we flag them in the DFMEA, PFMEA, and control plans. In the control plan, we also describe the special inspection or control method to ensure they are verified 100%. David, do you want me to draw up a small sample control plan line, just text-based, showing how a critical characteristic might be marked so you can visualize it more clearly?
GPT, honestly speaking, I'm not sure how I can pronunciate the critical characteristics symbols like triangle and diamond symbol. How can I pronunciate it? Can I say a special symbol for the CC/SC in drawings? In drawing symbols, CCSC. And and in the DFMEA and PFMEA, flagged with CCSC. You know, flagged means that texture. I mean text information in the FMEA. When you comment flagged, when you say flagged for the TFMA, PFMA, I'm not sure what that means.
I hear you, David. You're asking two things. One, how to pronounce the symbols, triangle, diamond, etc., used for critical characteristics CC and special characteristics SC. Two, how to say flagged in FMEA control plan context, what it means and how to use it correctly. Let's go step by step. One, how to pronounce the symbols in English. Triangle symbol, say triangle symbol or marked with a triangle. Diamond symbol, say diamond symbol or marked with a diamond. Example in an audit answer, in our drawings, critical characteristics are marked with a triangle symbol. Special characteristics are marked with a diamond symbol. You don't need to say CCFSE, just say triangle symbol or diamond symbol. Hack 2, what flagged means in FMEA control plan. In this context, flagged means highlighted, marked, or indicated. It doesn't mean a real flag. It means text or a symbol to show importance. Example, in the PFMEA, critical characteristics are flagged with CC or SC notation because they are marked, identified in the table. Hashed correct way to say it in audit English. In the drawing, critical characteristics are marked with a triangle symbol. In the DFMEA and PFMEA, they are flagged with CC/SC notation. In the control plan, critical characteristics are flagged and linked to special inspection methods. So David, instead of saying CCFSE, it's clear to say triangle symbol, diamond symbol for drawings, flagged with CCSC notation for FMEAs and control plans. Would you like me to make a short practice script, auditor question plus supplier answer, using these words so you can practice saying triangle symbol / diamond symbol flagged with CC notation naturally?
I really appreciate your kind support. However, we don't have time. We don't have time. GPT, listen. For today, I'd like to, I mean, I have to listen your suggestions many times because I think used to, I'm not used to these expressions for today's agenda. I mean, how can I express this feeling? I'm not sure. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with the expression, or I don't used to use that kind of expression. So, in my opinion, I have to listen over and over again and again your expressions for today agenda. Okay, let me take a time. Let me take a time. Let me take a listening time after this voice practice session. And it's time to wrap things up. I have to go. Today is Friday. Thanks God. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. See you next time.
That's a beautiful closing, David. You spoke very naturally and clearly. You're absolutely right. Sometimes you need to listen again and again to new expressions until they feel comfortable in your mouth. That's how mouth memory is built. Here's a polished version of your closing so you can also practice it later. I really appreciate your support, but for today, I think I need to listen to your suggestions many times because I'm not used to these expressions yet. I'm not comfortable with them and I don't usually use them. So, in my opinion, I have to listen over and over again until they feel natural. Okay, let's take our time. Now it's time to get to work. Today is Friday. Thanks a lot. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Very smooth and professional. Would you like me to also create a short weekend goodbye script, just 2 to 3 sentences that
No. I don't have time. Bye for now. I have to get back to work. Bye for now.